Twinkle, twinkle, distant star, our Hubble detects how far you are. Yeah, fans of Tolkien and space exploration can now celebrate. The Hubble Space Telescope has discovered the furthest star ever seen, setting a brand new record. NASA provided an update on the latest breakthrough, revealing that the star Arendelle existed when the universe was around a few billion years old, or 30% of its present age. It's a massive star that's more than 50 times the size of the Sun and 1,000,000 times brighter. Astronomers have identified the farthest star ever, a super hot, super bright, massive star that emerged about 13 billion years ago at the beginning of the cosmos with the aid of NASA's Hubble Space Telescope. On the other hand, this brilliant blue star is gone, having shattered into 1,000,000 pieces just a few million years after it first appeared. Its quick death makes it astonishing that it was discovered by an international team using Hubble Space Telescope views. The light released by distant stars takes millennia to reach us. In today's video, let us look into the extraordinary discovery by the Hubble telescope. The Hubble Space Telescope has discovered the farthest star ever seen, setting a new record. An appropriate name for a star that we have witnessed in a time commonly referred to as cosmic dawn, researcher Brian Welch said of Arendelle, an Old English term that signifies morning star or rising light. Another blue supergiant star discovered by Hubble, Icarus, held the previous record at 9.4 billion years. More than 4 billion years have passed since the Big Bang. NASA provided an update on the latest breakthrough, revealing that the star Arendelle existed when the universe was around 4 billion years old, or 30% of its present age. The star is so far away that its light took 12.9 billion years to reach Earth, allowing scientists to see its appearance when it was just 7% of today's age. Astronomers magnified the little starlight in both cases using a method known as gravitational lensing. The gravity of galaxies in the foreground, which are closer to us, act as a lens, magnifying smaller objects in the background. Given their great distances, Icarus and Arendelle would not have been recognizable if it hadn't been for them. While Hubble has seen galaxies as far as 300 million to 400 million years after the Big Bang, it is hard to distinguish individual stars. They're usually smushed together, but here, nature has given us this one star, highly magnified by hundreds of times, so that we may study it, NASA astronomer Jane Rigby, who participated in the study, said. It's a genuine gift from the cosmos. The discoveries are wonderful work, said Vinicius Placo of the National Science Foundation's NOAR lab in Tucson, Arizona. He was not a participant in the research. According to Placo, Arendelle might have been among the first generation of stars created after the Big Bang, based on the Hubble data. Future studies by the James Webb Space Telescope, which was just launched, should further provide information and present us with another piece of this cosmic jigsaw that is the evolution of our universe, he added. According to current estimates, Arendelle was more than 50 times the size of our Sun and 1,000,000 times brighter than Icarus. According to researcher Welsh, Arendelle's tiny yet too mature home galaxy appeared to be an awkward-looking clumpy object, unlike the lovely spiral galaxy spotted elsewhere by Hubble. He believes that unlike Arendelle, this galaxy has persisted, albeit in a modified shape, after merging with other galaxies. It's like a small amber picture of the past, Rigby explained. Welch speculated that Arendelle may have been the brightest star in a two-star binary system, or perhaps a triple or quadruple star system. He observed a slim probability that it's a black hole, yet data from 2016 and 2019 suggest otherwise. The star, regardless of its business, lived just a few million years before exploding as a supernova, which went unnoticed as most do, according to Welch. Instead, astronomers have witnessed the farthest distant supernova for 12 billion years. As we all know, the Webb telescope, which is 100 times more potent than Hubble, will determine the star's accurate mass and temperature, and tell more about its parent galaxy. We know where we originated from because we're made out of part of that stardust, Rigby said of studying stars. Arendelle is expected to stay greatly amplified for many years to come, according to astronomers. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope will observe it. Because Arendelle's light gets stretched, redshifted, to longer infrared wavelengths owing to the universe's expansion, Webb's extraordinary sensitivity to infrared light is required to learn more about it. We plan to confirm Arendelle is a star and measure its brightness and temperature with Webb, researcher Co added. These particulars will help identify its kind and stage in the stellar lifetime. We also anticipate finding that the Sunrise Arc galaxy lacks heavy elements that emerge in following star generations. It would indicate that Arendelle is a very uncommon, massive, metal-poor star, Co remarked. Because it originated before the cosmos was filled with the heavy elements created by successive generations of massive stars, astronomers will be fascinated by Arendelle's composition. Moreover, suppose further research shows that Arendelle is formed entirely of primordial hydrogen and helium. In that case, it will be the first proof of the mythical population 3 stars, which are thought to be the very first stars to form after the Big Bang. Even if the chances are slim, Welch concedes that the prospect is appealing. With Webb, we could see stars much further away than Arendelle, Welch speculated. We'll go back as far as possible. I'd love to see Webb break Arendelle's record for distance. Well, then what next? NASA and the European Space Agency collaborated on the Hubble Space Telescope. The telescope is managed by NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. Hubble's science operations are governed by the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore, Maryland. The Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy in Washington, D.C. manages STSCI for NASA. Because this is the first time anybody has imaged an object like Arendelle, no one knows what the furthest star will disclose to scientists. The observations that led to the discovery of the star spanned around 3.5 years, Welch elaborated. As a result, we haven't had the opportunity to investigate one in depth yet. And I think what interests me the most and what excites me the most is that we can now isolate a single thing and examine it in great detail. When Hubble and the recently launched James Webb Space Telescope make concurrent views of Arendelle, that detail will be magnified. Together, the equipment will be able to catch a broader range of light than any scope could do on its own. Welch stated Hubble and Webb complement each other nicely. As a result, Hubble can focus on shorter wavelengths of light, the visible section of the spectrum, whereas Webb can focus on longer wavelengths, infrared light. So when you put those two things together, you have a better grasp of whatever we're looking at. Typically, the HST would lack the resolution required to photograph an object as faint and far away as Arendelle. However, gravitational lensing, the bending of a photon's path by a huge thing it meets during its journey between its origin and an observer, benefited astronomers in their studies. Because these events are infrequent, Welch and his colleagues were fortunate as they showed in their work a highly magnified star at redshift 6.2. This sunrise arc, as astronomers refer to it, is known to be quite far away. The researchers discovered Arendelle with the sunrise arc sitting atop the critical lensing curve, where the universe's structure inadvertently guides the star's light in our own way. According to Welch, it concentrates the light onto our telescope in the same way as gazing through a glass lens does. And in this situation, the lens and the star in the backdrop are perfectly aligned, allowing us to achieve extremely high magnification. Thanks to a fortuitous alignment with a lensing galaxy cluster, astronomers have discovered the most distant star ever. Arendelle is the star's nickname. Just 900 million years after the Big Bang, this star rose in the infant cosmos. Finally, the Webb telescope, which is 100 times more powerful than Hubble, will determine the star's true mass and temperature, as well as tell more about its parent galaxy. We must all feel Webb as a genuine gift from the cosmos. What do you guys think about it? Let us know, and join us to see more trending and updated news. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, press that subscribe button for more content like this.